this corner. See, I feel like I should be going on the other side of the road here, but I'm just fucking stick. Ignore the stupidity of me, but it shouldn't handle this well. How have they managed it? In my mind, there, the entire time, I should be going on the other side of the road. Hi guys, Scott here again, and welcome back to another video. So as you may have seen by the title, today I'm going into my initial thoughts of the Focus RS after having it I've had it around a month now, and I thought it's time to give you my initial opinions, how I'm getting on with it, and just a general overview like that. Okay, so before we start, as always, thank you for all your support so far. Thank you for tuning into this video, and if you aren't already, please feel free to like and subscribe, help the channel out. Comment, let me know what you want to see, let me know if you enjoy the videos, general stuff like that. But for now, let's get on with the video. So as I've mentioned, today I'm going into my initial thoughts on the Focus and a general overview of my opinions after having it for a month. Now I do apologise if I've said about some of these before in other videos, but there's no harm in seeing it again. You might have missed it, and it's just good to reiterate my point. So I'm just going to get it out there first. Everyone always says that the Focus has quite stiff suspension, and it does, but it really comes into its own, I found, on B roads, country roads, like I'm on now. Unfortunately, it does mean there's a lot of road noise, I've found, and my GoPro likes to wobble, which isn't ideal. But it's what the car is made for. It's made to do that. If you want the car with soft suspension, go for a big Audi, something motorway cruising. If you wanted, but you don't, you buy a Focus because you want a hot hatchback. And I bought that, and it just keeps you feeling so engaged and on, like, in with the road. Oh, there's a lorry here. Oh, he's got his hazards on, we can go. It just keeps you, I feel like, compared to my Golf, I'm going to go into a lot more detail, but compared to the Golf and other cars I've drove, it keeps you feeling more attached and engaged with the car while you're driving and what's going on with the road. I've also found in my brief, oh, there's a clutch there somewhere, that was appalling. I've also found in my brief ownership so far that the Focus gets so many looks when you're driving around for what it is. Driving through town, I drove through with one of my mates, and the first thing he said to me afterwards was, all I could notice was how many people were looking at your car. And I've noticed it myself while I've been driving along. Lots of people look at it. I'm not sure if that's just because it's a bright blue Yobmobile, but... oh, he stopped. It's something I quite like. I quite like people to look and appreciate the car. Now, another thing I found, and you don't buy a car like this expecting the MPG to be amazing. It's not going to be as good as a diesel or something, or a small petrol engine. It's a 2.3 turbo petrol. You're not 375 horsepower. I'm not expecting it to be amazing on fuel, Though I have had to visit a petrol station probably about 100 times in my first month of owning it. It's a bit of an exaggeration there, I don't keep count. It's not actually as bad as I thought. I thought I'd get 200 miles to a tank of around £50, but you can put a tank of fuel in and I can get 300 miles, and that's not all driving 60 mile an hour motorway, sensible, whatever. That is with a bit of thrown in, enjoying it when you can. And on the lines of enjoying it when you can, this car is an absolute beaut to drive. It is so fun to throw about the corners, and it really lets you know what it's made for. If you want a car that's going to be accelerate quickly, fast in a straight line, you go for, similar to the Clash, you go for an Audi RS3, go for an S3, A45 AMG, something like that. But you buy, and the reason I bought this car is because I wanted something that you can sling around the roads and it'll just bring a smile to your face. And even with a quick little blast around some country roads like that, it brings a little smile to my face with the pops, the things, and just how well it sticks. Right there, those pops. And they're not always the same, which is what I quite like. It's not generic, it's sort of, oh, that's one pop, well, there's three. And it is really what they say, it is smiles per gallon. So I can't believe how well and how much I've got to love this car in such a short space of time. And that's pretty much why I wanted to make this video. So yeah, my initial opinions of the car, it's not as fast, it's not as easy to drive quickly to 60 mile an hour as the dual clutch automatic I had in my Golf. I reckon I'd struggle to keep up if we were just going in a straight line launching it, but that's due to it being a single clutch manual and driver skill, a lot of it. But I think, I haven't driven them back to back and I won't be, but this car handles so much better around the corners than the Golf did, and that's part way down to its four-wheel drive system. And the four-wheel drive system in this is incredible. I'm no expert, but for those of you who don't know, it, unlike the other systems in the Audi S3, the Golf, where they're active all-wheel drive and they'll send power to where you need it, but it's like 50% the power and it's very front-wheel drive biased a lot of the time. This is up to 70% of the power can go to the rear wheels, and then 100% of that can go to either one. So you feel the car as you're accelerating around the corners, just pushing you around, just wanting to corner faster. And I just can't describe how it gives me a little fizz every time I go around a corner quickly that I know I shouldn't be able to make, but the car just does. And it's helped by, I'm not sure how the stock seats would get on, but these Recaro shell seats, they hug you so well. And yeah, if you haven't got from this, I love the car already. But the main thing I could never have expected when buying this car isn't to do with the car itself at all. It's to do with the community. So I joined the Focus RS owners group maybe a week before picking up this car, and the amount of help and support you get from people in that group, and the comments on the videos for people with other Focus RSs, people who have followed me because they have a Focus RS, it's incredible. And the suggestions on where to get good things from, like the seat covers, which I have looked and have got some coming, just little bits like that. And I just think the community is incredible, and I'm so glad I bought into it. So anyway, sorry it's a bit of a waffly video again. Thank you for watching. If you aren't subscribing, please think about doing it, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Oh my god, it's a DB5! Sorry. That was, oh, if you're British and you don't like the DB5, what's wrong with you?